Hi there, Sanctuary family. My name is Micah Morgan, if I haven't had the privilege of meeting you in person. And I'm just honored to be able to share a few of my thoughts with you today as a part of Pastor's sermon. You know, as I've been hibernating in my home, as many of you have been, in order to collectively get this coronavirus under control, I've found myself thinking a lot about this book that I picked up last year called The Very Good Gospel by Lisa Sharon Harper. In this book, Lisa spends some time helping us understand the meaning of the word good. And she talks about how for us here today in the present, we tend to use the word good to describe the essence of things. So we'll say things like this book is good or this food is good. But then she helps us understand that for the people who would have been passing along the creation story thousands of years ago by word of mouth or by writing it down, they understood the word good to have to do with the space between things, to have to do with relationships. The reason I've been thinking about this is because I've noticed how the space between us has changed in the last few weeks. Now, what we can't ignore is that the space between us has been scarred in many ways. We've watched as our family members or ourselves, how we've been affected by this virus, how our jobs have been affected by this virus. And there's a lot of fear between us. There's a lot of anxiety. But alongside of that, I've also noticed how the space between us has softened. It's been filled with a lot more empathy, understanding, compassion. Some of you have noticed how there's been a lot of focus, a lot of talk about how the social distancing is beneficial to the vulnerable in our culture, beneficial to those of a certain age group, those with immunodeficiency disorders. So much of that involves us thinking of others, anticipating their needs, empathizing with them. And so when I think about how Lisa describes the moment where God looks over creation shortly after making everything and he declares it good and very good, I'm struck by the fact that even now, he's still making the space between things good. I'm grateful that he doesn't ask us to ignore the scarring that's happening between us. I think he invites us to lament and that he joins with us in that lamenting. But I'm also grateful that he's showing us that even alongside of that scarring, there is still love that's happening between us, compassion, goodness. And so I invite you to focus on that, to be grateful for it, to even say out loud the things between us that are good even now. And I think you might notice that a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of fear will melt away as you spend some time thinking of those things. I pray you are well, and I look forward to the time where I can see you in person again. Bless you.